Welcome, Shadow Seekers, to American Shadows, Crimes and Chronicles. Today, we're unearthing a tale that'll haunt your thoughts long after it ends. Whether you're glued to the screen or just listening in, you're in for a wild ride through history's darkest corners. If you're new, hit subscribe to join our mission of exposing America's hidden truths. Regulars, your likes fuel our journey into the unknown. Now, let's peel back the layers of time and reveal the secrets beneath. Ready? Let's begin. 10 Minutes of Terror. How one gunman turned a music festival into a massacre. Hello, friends, and welcome to American Shadows, Crimes and Chronicles. Today, we're delving into one of the darkest nights in recent American history. On October 1st, 2017, Las Vegas, the city of lights and endless entertainment, became the site of the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history. What transforms a country music festival into a killing field? How does a seemingly ordinary man become a mass murderer? And what does this tragedy reveal about America's ongoing struggle with gun violence? Before we dive into this heart-wrenching story, I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to all of you who support our work. Your engagement allows us to shed light on these difficult but important moments that have shaped our nation in profound ways. As the sun set on Las Vegas on October 1st, 2017, the atmosphere was electric. The Route 91 Harvest Festival, a three-day country music extravaganza, was in its final hours. Over 22,000 fans had gathered near the Mandalay Bay Hotel, their excitement palpable as they waited for headliner Jason Aldean to take the stage. The Las Vegas Strip glittered in the background, a neon-lit testament to the city's promise of carefree entertainment. No one in the crowd could have imagined the horror that was about to unfold. High above the festive scene, on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Hotel, 64-year-old Stephen Paddock was making his final preparations. Over the past few days, he had methodically transformed his suite into an arsenal. 23 guns, including 14 AR-15 style rifles fitted with bump stocks, lay ready. Paddock had carefully placed cameras in the hallway to monitor any approach. As Jason Aldean's music filled the air, Paddock broke two windows in his suite, giving him a clear line of sight to the festival grounds below. At 10:05 p.m., the first shots rang out. The rapid popping sounds initially blended with the music, mistaken by many for fireworks or pyrotechnics. But as the reality set in, panic erupted. Jason Aldean, mid-song, fled the stage as the gravity of the situation became clear. For the next 10 minutes, Paddock unleashed a relentless barrage of over 1,000 rounds into the helpless crowd below. On the ground, chaos reigned. The open-air venue offered little protection from the hail of bullets. Concertgoers frantically sought cover, unsure where the shots were coming from. Some bravely shielded loved ones with their own bodies. Others, displaying incredible courage, stopped to help the wounded, using belts as tourniquets and commandeering vehicles to rush victims to hospitals. Amidst the panic, stories of heroism emerged. Taylor Winston, a 29-year-old Marine veteran, spotted an unattended truck with the keys still inside. Without hesitation, he began loading critically injured victims into the vehicle and made multiple trips to the hospital, saving countless lives. Sonny Melton, a 29-year-old nurse from Tennessee, died shielding his wife from gunfire. These acts of bravery in the face of unimaginable terror would later provide a glimmer of light in the darkness of that night. Law enforcement responded quickly, but the shooter's elevated position made it difficult to locate him. It wasn't until 10:17 p.m. that police pinpointed Paddock's location. By 10:30 p.m., a SWAT team had assembled on the 32nd floor. The next hour was tense as officers evacuated nearby rooms, unsure if the shooter had accomplices or if the hotel itself was rigged with explosives. At 11:20 p.m., the SWAT team finally breached Paddock's suite. The scene that greeted them was surreal. Dozens of guns lay scattered around the room, shell casings carpeted the floor. And through the shattered windows, the glittering Las Vegas Strip stood in stark contrast to the carnage below. In the bathroom, they found Stephen Paddock dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The shooting had lasted a mere 10 minutes, but its aftermath would stretch on for years. As dawn broke over Las Vegas, the full extent of the tragedy became clear. 60 people had lost their lives, including Paddock, and over 400 were wounded by gunfire. Hundreds more were injured in the panic. It remains the deadliest mass shooting committed by an individual in U.S. history. The Las Vegas Strip, usually bustling with tourists, fell eerily quiet as the nation grappled with what had occurred. In the days that followed, a burning question consumed investigators and the public alike. Why? Stephen Paddock didn't fit the typical profile of a mass shooter. At 64, he was significantly older than most perpetrators of such crimes. He was financially stable, with no known extremist beliefs or mental health issues. Despite an extensive investigation, no clear motive was ever established, deepening the tragedy's senselessness. The lack of a motive only added to the national anguish. How could someone plan and execute such a horrific act without leaving any clue as to their reasoning? This unanswered question would haunt the survivors, the victims' families, and the nation as a whole. As the country mourned, Las Vegas began the difficult process of healing. The community came together in remarkable ways. Blood banks were overwhelmed with donors, some waiting in line for hours. Vigils were held across the city, with the famous "Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas" sign becoming a makeshift memorial. The phrase "Vegas Strong" emerged as a rallying cry, a testament to the city's resilience in the face of unimaginable tragedy. The Las Vegas shooting reignited fierce debates about gun control in America. The use of bump stocks, which allowed Paddock to fire at an alarming rate, came under particular scrutiny. In a rare moment of bipartisan agreement, even the National Rifle Association called for a review of bump stock regulations. In December 2018, the Trump administration banned bump stocks, directly citing the Las Vegas shooting as a reason. But for the survivors and the families of the victims, policy changes could never erase the trauma of that night. Many struggled with PTSD, survivor's guilt, and lasting physical injuries. The Mandalay Bay Hotel renumbered its floors to eliminate the 32nd floor, a small gesture to the deep scars left by the tragedy. 5 years on, the impact of the Las Vegas shooting continues to reverberate through American society. It has changed the way we approach security at large events, with increased measures and heightened awareness of potential threats. The live music industry in particular has had to grapple with how to keep concertgoers safe while maintaining the freedom and joy that live music represents. A permanent memorial is being planned to honor the victims and survivors. The design, featuring a towering structure and a garden of healing, aims to provide a place for reflection and remembrance. But questions linger. Could this tragedy have been prevented? How do we balance personal freedoms with public safety? And in a country where mass shootings have become all too common, how do we ensure that the victims are not forgotten? The Las Vegas shooting stands as a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the deep-seated issues that continue to plague our society. It challenges us to confront difficult questions about gun violence, mental health, and the very nature of evil. As we remember the victims and honor the survivors, we must also grapple with how to prevent such tragedies in the future. This is American Shadows, where we peer into the darker corners of our nation's past and present. Until next time, remember that history isn't just a collection of dates and names. It's a living force that shapes our world in ways both seen and unseen. The echoes of those terrifying 10 minutes in Las Vegas continue to resonate, reminding us of the ongoing challenges we face in preventing such tragedies and supporting those affected by them. Stay curious, stay engaged, and keep watching American Shadows. For in understanding our past, we gain insights that can help us navigate the complex landscape of our present and future. What are your thoughts on how the Las Vegas shooting has impacted America's approach to public safety? How can we honor the victims while working to prevent future tragedies? Share your perspectives in the comments below. Your insights add invaluable depth to these difficult but necessary discussions. Thank you for joining us on this somber journey through one of the darkest nights in recent American history. Until next time, remember that even in our darkest moments, the strength of human compassion and resilience can shine through, offering hope for a better tomorrow.